Hey guys, my name is Clara and today I'm going to be doing a video that I have actually put off for a long time. Several of my friends have expressed interest in seeing a houseplant tour because I am a huge houseplant enthusiast. I love to collect rare tropical houseplants. I've got a bunch and I promise you I have started it several times and then I always stop because I'm like, my house isn't clean enough, the plants aren't looking their best, and I've always found an excuse to not film my little plant tour. And I figure none of those things really matter. I need to just get over it and show you guys my plants because that's why you're here. You are here to see my plants. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, my dining room is my next and first rare houseplant station. I've got this little corner shelf here with a lot of really special babies, and so let me just take you in. I guess I'll go left to right. That seems to just make the most sense to me. So here is Anthurium luxurians. I love this plant. It is so beautiful. She's got a little bit of like crisping and yellowing happening here on the edges. I've recently acquired this plant. I imported it from Ecuador. I'm really not worried about it. It got to this far and then it stopped. So Anthurium luxurians, only 2 leaves right now, but other than the crisping, she's doing really well. So I expect her to grow and just get even bigger and give me more leaves. This one right here, oh my goodness. This is just so gorgeous, isn't it? This is a new leaf on my Philodendron rube rejuvenile, I assume. This used to be called the El Choco Red because the backs of the leaves have this like beautiful red color, especially when the plant is young. So this is another import from Ecuador. It did not take transit very well. I pretty much had to reroot it. It came with several leaves, but most of the leaves were dead and yellow, so I had to cut them off. But this is a leaf that came with the plant. This is the first one that unfurled with me, and then it just gave me this one recently, I'd say like a week ago, and I'm in love with it. I mean, it is gorgeous. This is, we call this a velvet type of leaf because I understand that you can't feel it right now, but it feels like velvet. It's so pretty. And then hiding back here, this is my Scindapsus silver cloud. Let me just like take you in closer here. Oh my goodness. She's so pretty and she's unfurling a brand new leaf for me, which is super exciting. I have her here on this cedar plank. In the wild, plants typically, they either like to grow on trees or climb up trees. This is one that would prefer to be climbing up a tree. And so when you give the plant something to climb, like this cedar plank here, you're pretty much just gonna mimic that natural environment. The plant is going to kind of take root onto this plank. Hopefully, that's the plan, and it will grow up, and as it gets higher up on the plank, the leaves are going to get bigger and bigger because the plant is going to feel very secure holding onto the plank. So hoping for that. I have 2 more anthuriums right here. So this is Anthurium regale. It's recently just given me this brand new leaf, which is pretty much perfect. I love the shape. I love the veining. The only thing, and if you're watching this and you are a fellow houseplant enthusiast, please tell me what these dots are. I had somebody tell me it was spider mites. I had to respectfully disagree because this is a lot different than spider mite damage. These bumps are raised. I can literally feel the texture of these bumps. And this plant never had any visible evidence of spider mites. I never saw any webbing. Definitely never saw the little spiders. So I really think it's something else. But Anthurium regale. This one is an Anthurium hybrid. So this one is called Anthurium crystal hope. So I know that one parent is the Anthurium crystallinum. I really don't know what the other parent is. I think it's Anthurium doriaki, which that in itself is a hybrid. So I really actually don't know the history of this plant. I just know that it is drop dead gorgeous. I love it. Okay, moving down, I'll go left to right again. Here's another anthurium. They are quickly becoming my favorite kinds of plants. This one is called an anthurium clarinervium. This is the leaf that grew with me, but it did sustain some of that damage unfurling. I actually had an accident happen, like, I want to say December. This whole plant shelf fell, and everything on the shelf at the time was on the ground. This was one of them. And this was like when the leaf was still new and soft, and so I think that when the shelf fell, it caused this kind of damage. But again, very healthy root system, so I have no doubt that as this plant continues to grow, it will be fine. Back here, a common guy. This is a Monstera adansonii. You can buy these at like Lowe's or Home Depot. Okay, this is one of my favorites right now. This is another anthurium hybrid. It is a cross of Anthurium magnificum and Anthurium warraquianum. Oh my goodness. I am loving it. When I bought it from another collector. It had this leaf and this leaf. And let me just try to get my hand back there. So here you can see the leaf size compared to my hand. After purchasing, acclimating it to my conditions, it grew this leaf, which already is sizably bigger than this one back here. You can see, this is the one it came with, this is the one I grew, and then, you guys, this is still hardening off the newest leaf. Look how much bigger it is. I know that both of the parents, the Queen and the Magnificum, are large anthuriums, so I expect that this one is going to get large. It's just surprising me how quickly it's doing so. It's a great problem to have, but I'm wondering if it's going to have to move out of this shelf by the time it starts pushing out its next leaf. Down here is a very neglected little variegated string of hearts. I don't have anything to say about that. This is a little mixed pot of some more commons. The one with the bright green, you guys, this is called a Brazil or a philodendron Brazil. The one that's solid green is a heartleaf philodendron. This is very closely related. I put them both in the same pot. They're doing good. Here's another Scindapsus. Here was my first Scindapsus I showed you. Where's my finger? There it is. Scindapsus. Another Scindapsus. This is Scindapsus tribui Moonlight. We had issues getting her in good health when she came to me. I do prefer leca, though it was months of trying to reroot these clippings in leca, but she's doing good now. I think I should be able to show you that I have a lot of new growth happening here. You can see all three from here. 1, 2, 3 new growth points, so we are happy about that. So that's my shelf. Okay, quickly here, this recently came in, that's why it's sitting in water next to humidifier acclimating. I almost said a word that wasn't a real word. This is a global green pothos, which is so cool looking, am I right? And then back here, she's not doing well, but this is a Scindapsus Silver Hero. Both of these plants, I'm not gonna get into it, the box got lost. So they're doing surprisingly well, but they're still not doing the best. Here is a red Maranta, I have it framed. This one, honestly, don't know the name, haven't figured it out. It was a cousin of mine's plant, and I asked for a cutting and he said yes, because I thought it was so cool, but I really don't know what it is. If you know what it is, please comment and tell me, because that will save me some time looking it up later. Well, moving into my bedroom, we have my next kind of station, as I've been calling them. And this area really has some of my favorites. I'm gonna take you here now to my pride and joy. Oh my goodness. This is my Albo Monstera variegata. She is a stunner. I love her so much. Quick explanation for those of you who are not like a planty person. If you've ever seen like the Swiss cheese plant in the store, it doesn't look like this. I'll put up a photo. Basically, there is a natural genetic mutation that can occur where it doesn't produce chlorophyll, and instead it has these beautiful big patches of white. It doesn't really make the plant itself any different. It's just drop dead gorgeous. And because it's so pretty, and because it's just a natural genetic mutation, you can't make this happen. There's a high demand for these. People would really like to have them in their collection. You can see see why they are so pretty. So it's definitely, this was my first expensive plant that I bought. I bought it as cuttings. So this was one cutting that I bought, and it has since grown into pretty much a full plant. Down here, this is exciting. I removed part of the stem because I wanted to encourage new growth. And here, I'm getting that new growth. This is basically going to produce another baby plant right here. And then the section that you notice is missing, I'm actually hoping to grow that one into a plant that I can sell. So here's the alba monstera. Absolutely love it. Now we have a little hitchhiker here because why not share moss poles, right? This is my philodendron splendid, which is a hybrid. This one is a philodendron hybrid, not an anthurium hybrid. So this is a cross. I think this is a cross between a melanochrysum and a verrucosum. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure. I have recently actually cut off the bottom and sold it. Instead, I'm just going to be keeping the top. So I have this in water. It's going to be growing some roots for me, hopefully. Yeah, there you go. I've got some roots starting to grow. So she's doing great, and kind of the same principle I talked about with the Scindapsus. The higher it grows up, the bigger the leaves will get. And you can see the difference. I'm sorry, leaves in the way. You can see the difference in one of the earlier leaves right here and the newest leaf right here. You can see how it's already getting bigger. So that's very exciting. Over here, we have some more philodendron hybrids. Glorious and the Majestic. Very similar hybrids. The Glorious is verrucosum. No, the Glorious is melanochrysum and gloriosum. The Majestic is verrucosum and soduori. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I think I've only seen it written, but this one looks like such a beautiful mottled pattern. Here's a brand new leaf here that is just now unfurling since I got this plant. And here, underneath my Glorious, I'm about to get a new leaf opening up on her. Oh, I can do a side by side. This one here is Philodendron ploumanii, which is just another kind of look. I know some of you, my friends have told me that they all look the same. To me, they look different, but Philodendron ploumanii over here doing great. I have a Scindapsus Silvery Ann, I think. And then over here, a little baby gloriosum, just living her life, doing good. Up top, here is more Scindapsus exotica. First of all, look at how big the leaf is compared to my hand. So nice. I know that they don't look good. They're like wilted, they are curled. Unfortunately, I neglected this plant a lot. It is one of the last ones that I had left in soil. I decided to move it over to Leca, which was a big decision because this is an important plant. This is a very sentimental plant. Anyways, I have it in water right now so that it can grow some nice, beautiful roots like that white one right here. Once it's grown its root system, and I put it into Leca, feeding it the nutrients, I really am hoping that these leaves will just plump back up. But right now they are really missing their water and their nutrients. This guy here, I actually just got yesterday in a trade, so I can't tell you much about it. I can just show you how it looks. Very pretty philodendron silver stripe. And then here I have a philodendron Dean McDowell. This is another hybrid. This one is a hybrid between the gloriosum, which I have right there, and another plant called the postazanum. So a really cool hybrid. I feel like this is like a little sport variegation. I don't know. I've been keeping my eye on it, but the next leaf did not have any of that. So if you see this scarring here, this plant used to be on my first shelf that I showed you, and remember how I said that the whole thing fell? And these are actually scars from Leca falling onto this leaf while it was still soft. And let's go ahead and move downstairs. We got a couple things going on here. My mind just went blank. This is Anthurium crystallinum, another import from Ecuador. This is a new leaf that is still kind of soft. It's hardening off. Here's the previous leaf. This was the very first import that I ever got. And when this leaf opened up, I was so excited. But it's not really doing so hot. I don't know. We've got some browning here. It kind of ripped. I don't know. This was another plant that fell. I don't know if some of this happened during the fall. It was a traumatic time. I have a lot of plants that got hurt. Over here, new addition to my family, another hybrid. This is a cross between a Ploumanii, which was here, and the Pastazanum, which was the other half of that one there. So it's just really cool, really cute. And then this one, look, she's opening up. It's very exciting. Monstera Thai constellation. Another desirable plant. So, okay, here's the history, here's the backstory. Look at her real quick. So this one here, the Albo Monstera, like I told you, it's a very highly desired plant. People really want a variegated Monstera, but you can't make the thing turn white, or can you? They figured out how to genetically alter it on purpose to give it some white splotches. So this is also a Monstera, but this is the natural mutation, and this is the man-made engineered mutation. But it's still so cool, I love it. And I got this as just a single leaf cutting. You can see here, this was the stem of the previous plant. Hold on, am I focused? Nope. Here was the stem of the previous plant. So here's my new leaf from my new plant. I can expect the same sort of thing over here. This is exactly what I did. I cut the plant in the right spot. So I'm getting a new little baby here. But yeah, this is my bedroom station. A lot of really cool guys, a lot of really special guys. I don't really know it'd be my favorite. I mean, obviously my Albo, like top one, but everything here is so good. I love my hybrids. I love this hybrid, this hybrid, this hybrid, this hybrid, and that hybrid. I love them all. Okay, we are nearing the end of the tour. We have made it into my living room. This is my greenhouse cabinet. Let's go on inside. Hold on, it's kind of hard to open. Let's see what we have here. Basically, I'll tell you why I put the plants in the cabinet. Because I can close the door and turn on the humidifier. Essentially, what this offers my plants is just ideal conditions. They're getting high humidity. They're getting plenty of light. As you can see, I've got these lights in here. I also have a heat mat, that thing that says ZooMed, and this is another heat mat here. So this is like a little miniature ecosystem, so to speak, that really just tries its best to recreate the natural conditions that these plants would love in their native environment. So this is where I put plants that need just a little bit extra TLC, or plants that I am trying to propagate. So we'll start on the top shelf. I have another Gloriosum that needs a little TLC. I wanted to switch it over to Leca, and I think I did it too soon and it rotted the roots. But that's okay, because I have new roots coming out, which is exactly what I want. The plant is overall doing great. This is another Philodendron Brazil. You saw another one of these in my dining room. It was that dark leaf with the neon green. This one, I bought at a greenhouse that was actually giving it way too much light, but I love the way that it looks. It looks so cool. Like that leaf right there, this is almost a purely white leaf. So that's nice. It's just, everything that you see in water. If you see a plant in water, you can assume that I'm just growing more roots so that I can put it in Leca. Same thing with that, same thing with the Gloriosum. This one, another one of those where I've only seen it written. I don't know if I know how to say it. Philodendron Mayoi? I don't know. But I got this one as part of a trade. It looks really cool when it's grown up, but it still looks cool right now. Like, these are cool little leaves. Working on some new roots down here. We're doing pretty good. Pretty proud of this guy. Here is more heart leaf. I don't know why I have it in here. It doesn't really need anything special, actually. It's just, maybe I don't have anywhere else to put it. Here's my little baby Philodendron Paraíso Verde. Seriously, one of my favorite plants. but my baby knocked it over about 2 months ago. Broke a couple leaves, and then when I was putting it back into the leca, I don't know if I just I didn't distribute the roots like I should have. I don't know, all the roots rotted. So I essentially cut up the plant. This is the top cutting. I sold the bottom cuttings after they grew their roots. I'm hoping to bring it back to its glory that it was, but here's my, new leaf that's gonna be coming out here shortly. Very excited. Next shelf down, what do we have? Philodendron melanochrysum. Another transfer shock problem. I tried to just put it just in leca. I was feeling pretty bold at this point. I was like, you know what? Everything's been doing really good. I'm just gonna put it straight in. It did not appreciate that. This is a plant that I absolutely adore. It's doing really well. Let me see if I can, there we are. Great new roots, and I just dropped it. Sorry guys, this is literally the worst filming I think I've ever been responsible for. Okay, and a new little shoot right there. So just trying to save it here, since I kind of killed it a little bit. It'll come back, it's fine. This is, I think, Manjula Pothos. I don't know. This is Monstera adansonii. You already saw this plant. This is just the top cutting. This, I don't want to talk about this one. First of all, my camera doesn't even know what kind of exposure. Sorry, camera. This is a Monstera dubia. We're working on that one. We're figuring it out. I have more of this plant. This is just a little cutting I took, and it's not doing anything, and I don't know if it ever will. Whatever. This is a cutting of Philodendron golden dragon. The leaf that you see here is not really what I'm after. What I really care about is what is down in here. Inside my cup, with all of the humidity that it's getting. I'll just take this off. Let's go inside, shall we? Okay. Down there is a new growth point. This one actually has two. There, hopefully now you can see my 2 growth points. Hopefully will become 2 brand new plants. Just trying to give it the most heat and humidity that I can. This one I've recently removed from the main stem of my Philodendron hybrid Costazanum X Parmanii. This is just a little stem cutting. I saw such an easy to identify growth point right here. And so I'm hoping that it will give me a new baby plant. And then what is in here? I think this is a gloriosum chunk. A chunk is pretty much a piece of the plant that has no leaves, but that little white dot right there, hopefully in a little bit of time, will become a whole new plant. These guys stay over here, close to my heat, so that they can get all kinds of humidity. All right, next shelf down. I'm gonna start to move faster now because I am literally so tired. This is Anthurium cyrenoi X warraquianum. This is Anthurium warraquianum. New leaf. This is Philodendron melanochrysum. This was the top cutting. I have a lot of melanochrysum. Down here, there's nothing really to see. This is dubia. Trying to just experiment with it. This, you're not even gonna be able to see through the bag. Oh gracious. There it is. That's an Anthurium luxurians chunk. I'm trading that one on Saturday. And I don't want to talk about that one that's in there. We're not gonna talk about her. She's just, it's a little piece of a plant in a bag, okay? That's all you need to know. And if it becomes any more than that, I'll show it to you next time. And this is my little pothos trellis. This is my stairs trellis. Let me take you on up. So this was one of the first plant stations that I had. This is not a trellis, it's a room divider. My husband mounted it for me, and it's just I don't know, I love this little area. These are all very, very common plants but just seeing them all together, and I can't wait for them to just like fill up this whole thing. Jade pothos, jade pothos. This one is Marble Queen. She's so pretty. I just love like how different each of the leaves are. They're all so pretty. Here's more Marble Queen. Just can't get over it. Just this beautiful marbled look. Let me dust off. Some things were happening down here. We got dirt. This is more Marble Queen. This one might be my favorite Marble Queen leaf. Just look at it. Wait, no, that wasn't the favorite. Where's the favorite? I have a favorite of the leaves. Here is a Manhula Pothos. Manhula. If I'm saying it wrong, please don't laugh at me. Sorry, I just hit my camera. Epipremnum Cebu Blue. I have 3 in here. This is 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. This one is almost at the trellis. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the plant, not at my camera screen, so I can't wait for this one to climb up. They're all doing really good. Everything here is very healthy. These are all very easy plants anyways. Scindapsus exotica I threw in here. Here's more Marble Queen. I think that this one right here that I'm holding, sorry, that one, this one, I think that's my favorite leaf of the Marble Queen. I think. I'm trying to look around and see if I see anything else. They're all beautiful. They are all so pretty. Here's more exotica, and here is more Scindapsus Silvery Ann, Manhula, Marble Queen. Yeah, basically I just like, I keep cutting and I keep propagating and I keep throwing it in the tub. But I need to stop doing that because what I really want is for it to just grow up like this one did. Just the one grew up. I want them all to grow up. I want them all to be so big and full. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my trellis, and that's the last thing I needed to show you. Actually, there's like 2 more things to show you. This was not here the other day. It was yesterday that I filmed this part of the tour. This is Monstera dubia. You saw some cuttings of it in my cabinet. This was previously planted in the same box that you just saw at my trellis, and I really thought that the dubia would just continue to grow up the trellis. I'm now thinking that that wasn't good enough for her, so I'm going to try to put her on a plank, but first I'm water propping the roots so that I can also put it in leca. So it's temporarily just right here so that I can grow more healthy roots, but I figured I would include it on my tour because I would like to be able to look back, watch this in a year, and be like, oh, I can't believe it was that small. Because hopefully a year from now, this will be a very healthy, happy, thriving plant. Also, this came in the mail. This is so cool. Scindapsus Black Mamba, another shingling plant, just like the dubia. Oh, I don't know if I said that. They're called shingling plants. Just letting it acclimate to my conditions in a bowl of water, and then I'll plant it up, give it a board to climb up. Well, I hope your curiosity has been satisfied. You have seen all of my plants. I'd love to know which one was your favorite. That was my plant tour. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you like plant videos and you want to see more plant videos, please let me know. I'm still navigating this channel and figuring out, what kind of content I want to make. So if you found this and you liked it and you want to see more plant content, please let me know. Also, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. So that's pretty much all I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.